This is what I got done so far. I had my buddy cut the swells off of this, and I took some sandpaper and kind of reprofiled all of it and made it a much nicer and smoother shape. I had him cut this notch in here, which is level with the rest of the gun. I'm going to put a rail here. I'm going to paint it. It looks so much better like this. It'd be nice to have that rail on it as well. Gotta get to painting it. I got all the pieces to the puzzle now. Took the liberty of putting the rail on there already. But I think it's time to put this thing together. Alright, so we got the washers from bin. I'm going to install them real quick. This should be pretty easy. You want your gun decocked. You can degas it if you want to, but I'm not going to. You know, live dangerously, right? It's just these two Allen keys right here. Loosen these up. This cap is going to be under spring tension, so you want to, hold it in place when you pull these out. Loosen them up. Wow, that was really down there. And all this does, these washers, is they put a little bit of preload on the spring. So it increases the tension just a little bit. It's not going to get you to the 700 FPE that prototype rifle hit. But it'll get you a little extra something. You're going to need a new valve block if you want that 700 FPE. They're going to come out with that supposedly by the end of the year. Should be nice. Let's see if I got this. Alright. Pull these out. Remember that cap's under spring tension. Just like that. Pull the spring out. Now we need to cock the weapon. Remember, there's still pressure in this, so you want to be careful. 3 washers. I guess if you put more than 3, then you have the risk of it misfiring, but it's not good. There's a spring around down in there. It's 2. If you look, you can see where I put the washers right in here. You just jam them right down in there. Nothing special to it. Now you got to release the hammer. It's in the locked position. You pull the trigger, just gently let it down, like so. Now all we got to do is replace the cap. There's only one way it can go on, Put her down in there. Remember, spring tension, so you're going to have to hold it on and just jam these through here. That should be good. Might be a little bit difficult. We'll see. There we go. Now he's got to tighten everything back up. Now we'll do a function test. Make sure everything works. You don't want to put these on there too tight. I guess that binds up the action. Whoops. Alright. Snug them down. That should be good. Alright. Let's try it. Alright, locks back. Little trigger. Alright, hey guys, this is what I've done to the 50. Gone through quite some changes with it. I just wanted to thank you all for the subscriptions and thumbs up. You know, I really appreciate it. I'm just starting out and kind of doing this for fun, seeing where it goes. But also a big shout out to my buddy Brandon over at ResinWorks. I would not have been able to do this without him. He has all the tools that was needed in order to do this to this stock without destroying it. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a warning. The wood on this is super soft. If you take any type of power tool to it, you better know what you're doing. This stuff will break apart. And you can see that all we did was we followed the flat, the natural flat that came from the factory, and we just ran it all the way down. Got rid of these big swells that were here that were really bulbous. They did not feel good in my hand at all. Now it fits much better. I can get a really good solid purchase on it. And if you look underneath the rifle, there's actually jimping for your hand. Why they had this big football thing out front, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, he does some crazy stuff with wood. You can look at this table. This is one of the tables that he actually made. This is called fractal burning. Use electricity to burn in these marks, and it actually looks like lightning strikes. It's really neat stuff. If I wasn't going to paint this rifle, I would 100% had him do that and inlay like some blue or something, and it would have been crazy looking. But I'm a fan of the black rifle, so I had to go for the black look. It's not finished yet. I'm still wanting to do maybe a camo pattern or something on it. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to leave my buddy's contact information if you guys are interested in any of this stuff. He can do some amazing stuff with wood and resin. It's pretty crazy. Definitely check him out, Brandon at ResinWorks. But yeah, it's come a long way. It looks completely different. I had him cut this notch in here, and this is perfectly level with the rest of the gun. So if I was to put a light or a laser or whatever I wanted on there, it'd be, you know, right in line with the barrel. And it's so much easier to hold with this grip. It's a heavy gun. That vertical grip makes it much easier. And also it's kind of like a switchblade, which is neat. It's pretty sweet. But what we did is we also sanded down all these grooves here. Were very sharp. And it's knocked them down with sandpaper, kind of molded it all into one shape, and it feels so much better on the hand. There's no more sharp edges anywhere. Everything's nice and smooth. In my opinion, it's a much better looking rifle than what it started with. No longer looks like, you know, Grandpa's old grocery getter, but it's nice. I put a Monstrum 3 to 9X on it. These scopes are really good. They're cheap. I think I paid like 90 bucks or something like that for this one. And they hold up really well to recoil. I've had a couple of them on some 12 gauges and, you know, some high-powered rifles and stuff, and they do not break. You can't beat it for the price. I have another one of these in I think 2 to 7 power on my Assassin, and that's another nice scope as well. But this one's got, you know, the adjustable parallax and stuff. It's a little bit more suited for a longer range gun like this. We also just put in the washers to space out and give a little preload on that spring, so it slaps that valve a little bit harder. So it'll get a little bit more foot-pounds of energy, but not much. It's not going to be like the prototype gun still, I guarantee you. You know, we'll just be able to bump the pressure up a little bit, but it's not going to be, you know, putting down 700 foot-pounds. There's no way. You need the new valve system and stuff that they haven't come out with. I'm sure you could port it yourself. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait until they come out with a kit, and then I'm just going to buy it and install it. I don't trust myself. You ruin it, I don't know if you're going to be able to get the parts, so I'm going to kind of keep it like that. But I got it bore sighted. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go up to my parents' property. It is completely flooded out right now. The bottom field is just a swamp. There's no way that I'm going to be able to get up there. So later today, I'm going to take this up to the logging trail and, you know, shoot it around a little bit up there at least. Get a short video of that, and I'm going to tack it onto the end of this video. But yeah, definitely, you know, check out my buddy down at Resin Works, and let me know what you guys think of the gun. If you guys got any, like, you know, input of what I can do with the, you know, the paint and whatnot, maybe get some camo patterns or something that you guys know of, let me know. Alright, we're going to do a couple shots with this guy. I'll do some bipod work first, and then I'll do some standing shots freehand. It's at 3,800 PSI right now. Give it a shot. That's fucking bullseye. Let's try again. This thing's only bore sighted too. Let's get some of them water jugs down there. Cool. Got one more water jug. See, it would have double fed. Do another on paper. Last shot, let's do standing. Fuck yeah.